Up, B Squad? It's your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with another Baddies Africa review, season 7, episode 6. The episode is titled Baddie is Safari. So before we go ahead and get into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's get into this crazy show, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode it opened where we ended with the food fight. My God, today. Now, I have been involved in food fights in my day. We had a food fight. When did we have a food fight? Actually, I've been involved in 3 food fights in my lifetime, right? No, I've been involved in 4. I've been involved in 4. I've been involved in 4 food fights. The first food fight that I was involved in, I was in elementary school and we went to camp, right? So we started it's the 5th grade class, right, of every elementary school in my hometown. And I don't know how the food fight started, but so we went to camp, and we woke up one morning, went to breakfast, right? And somebody just started throwing food, and it was a food fight. And you guys, if you guys watch the movie, It Takes Two, the scene where they start their food fight, that was literally us running out of that damn cafeteria. And then we had 2 food fights in middle school. We had a food fight my 6th grade year, and I believe either my 7th or my 8th grade year. And one year, me and my friends, we started the fight. We started the food fight, right? We started it because it was a 6th grade. It was the 6th grade when we started it. So it was the 6th and the 7th grade year that we started it. So the 6th grade year, we were we had 8-hour lunch, right? So we didn't have nothing really on our plates to eat. But there was one of my friends, she took something and threw it behind her at a table and behind us, right? And nothing happened. So then we all three of us, me, her, and another one of our friends, we just kind of tossed some stuff behind us again, and that set off the food fight. So it just wow, everybody just throwing everything. That cafeteria looked a mess. Now my 7th grade year, I don't remember how that food fight started, but suffice to say, the teachers and the principal were pissed off at us, right? Now we didn't get in. Our whole class. The whole class got in trouble for both the 6th grade and the 7th grade year. That year, when we did the 6th grade year, we couldn't go to P. They kept us from doing extra both years. We couldn't do extracurricular stuff. So for a set amount of time, we were on punishment for the food fights, but they were fun. I think we had one. I feel like we had one in high school too. I just don't remember which. I think it was my freshman year that we had a food fight. My freshman year. But these grown ass women fighting with food, I'm like, oh my God. So Natalie came to the house to basically said, I was gonna have brunch with you ladies. No, you weren't. Natalie, your ass already fucking ate. Stop playing with me, right? So Natalie lets the girls know that they're going to be going on a safari. Bitch, when I tell y'all, I couldn't do nothing but laugh, because when I see Dolly got something right up here on her forehead. I was like, serves you right, Michael Myers. I love the fact that Kay Regan called that girl Michael Myers. I can't unsee it because it was too fucking funny to me. So then Dolly threw something at one of the girls, but it absolutely missed. And I was like, ha ha, serves you right, right? So Natalie also let the girls know, hey, we're bringing in a new baddie. So she brought in Choco Brown, who is from Nigeria, right? So Choco Brown says she is the real African queen. And saying that right next to LCK. So LCK in her interview with the producers feels away. I was like, LC, girl, your eye. I don't know if it's your eye is low, cause this how LC looks. One eye looks like this eye, and the other eye look like this one. So I don't know if her eye is low or if she got a lazy eye or if she's cockeyed. But something is up with LCK's eyes. Nonetheless, right? So they getting ready to go for the safari. Now, not Russian Cream, but K Rican and Dolly, they going back and forth with each other, but nobody did anything to either one of them. So I was like, what was the purpose of this? Oh, that's right. There was no purpose, right? So now we see Natalie sit down with Diamond. And so Natalie wants to have a conversation with Diamond about inviting Anna out to the club the night before. I was like, girl, I'm pretty sure the man that she slept with. Wait a minute. Because I think I heard something about. Yeah, let me put a pause on that before I say the man that she slept with. But I've heard, let me say allegedly, because I don't know that to be a fact. I don't know none of this to be a fact. But I think I've heard people say that Lemmy was messing with Anna, Scotty, and Janisha, right? Y'all can correct me if I'm. This is all alleged. I don't know none of this shit to be truthful. Right? But again, she's mad because Anna came there. Ma'am. Once again, like I've said numerous times, this ain't your show like that, right? That EP and that CEO baddie are vanity. The person who is the boss of this show is Lemmy Plummer. You found that out in Atlanta when you was pissed off at him and you went on live. That is who owns this show. That is the boss. Not you, Natalie, but okay, whatever. She says that when she puts a baddie on timeout that she shouldn't be bringing him around. And that is so funny to me because Biggie was on the baddie timeout. Did Biggie ever go to Africa? Did Biggie ever go to anywhere with them on this for Baddies Africa? Because if she didn't, well, no, because she's not even in the credits. Damn, poor Biggie. Whatever. So then Natalie is talking about how she's so tired of the fighting. I said, wait, pump the brakes, Natalie. You're tired of the fighting. That's all this show is nothing but fights. This episode, there was nothing but fights in this episode. Next week's episode, it looks like a good same thing. Nothing but fights. But she's tired of the fighting. Miss me with the lies, Natalie. Be so for real. So we see as they left for the safari. Now I realize that Diamond is a troll. I realize that. But Diamond, this outfit that you got on for this safari, ma'am, it looks like kente cloth. Oh my God. I was like, why does she have this on? Does she not know that this is cosplaying, cultural appropriation, making a mockery of their culture? Did nobody sit down with Diamond and tell her, I don't think you should wear that outfit? Because I cringed when I saw Diamond come out in that outfit. I really cringed, right? Now, we on the bus, right? We head into the safari. Y'all, I'm sorry, but I cracked up laughing. This is the point where K Rican, right? Where K Rican keeps referring to Bad Dolly as fucking Michael Myers. I said I can't even unsee it at this point because she do look like Michael Myers without her wig on. I was like, I can see it. And it took me out. So then after that, she did, I was like, huh? So K Rican is on the bus with Diamond and with Ivory, right? So K Rican let Diamond and Ivory know that when they first got there on the bus, that Dolly said that she beat Ivory's ass twice and she beat Diamond's ass, right? And she mentioned something about a wig. I didn't understand what the whole conversation was about the wig. So if you guys know what the conversation, if you guys understood it, feel free to drop it down in the comment section or in the premiere, because I didn't really understand what it was. But Diamond was like, how would she know that? So she's obviously telling the truth, right? And Ivory's looking like, this bitch said she whipped my ass. Like, the fuck? Yeah, Ivory, we know she didn't beat your ass. And I'm so surprised that she even uttered those words. Dolly, who have you beat up? Now I will say in this later in the episode, I will say I think you did give it to. I will be honest, even though I'm not a fan of Dolly's. Yeah, girl, but you want. I mean, you are on top of that girl, and that you would. We couldn't. Well, actually, you know what? What I will say is, she was punching, but I don't know if she was punching because she said she was trying to get dig in her eye. Y'all some weirdos. Y'all are some weirdos. So then we see the other van, right? So the other van made like a little pit stop. And so it's Russian Cream and Choco Brown. They in the back seat, right? And so Russian Cream is whispering to Choco Brown about being ready on time. And if you not, they will edit you out of the episodes. Something to that effect, right? I don't know what she was saying because I didn't understand what the hell she was saying. But Rolly up in the front heard her, and she asked her, like, what are you whispering to her? And she's like, don't be lying on production. And I was like, okay, Rolly, why are you getting so upset? I can understand it if it were Natalie, but you're not Natalie. And so what are you so upset about production? I don't know. It was stupid to me. It honestly looked like Rolly just wanted to have a moment with this girl. Me personally, you guys can agree or disagree. I don't really care, but that's just how it looked to me, right? So after that, we see as they get to the safari, right? Beautiful. Love seeing that. That is something that I definitely do want to, experience. I do want to go, I do want to travel to the motherland, and I would love to do a safari. Now, when I saw them lions, I don't necessarily know if I want to be. I don't give a damn if they say, they want to attack. Those are still wild animals. I don't give a flying right size. Yeah, hell no. Hell no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, hell to the no. So after the safari was over, right? They just standing in a semicircle. I was like, y'all standing in this goddamn semicircle. We know some shit is about to fucking happen. So the shit actually ended up happening because Rolly decides to call out Russian Cream. And I was like, girl, was it that deep? Was it that deep? For real, was it that deep? Because it didn't seem that deep to me. So, because at one point, Russian Cream asked Rolly if she likes her. Rolly said no. And so these two get into a fight with each other, right? They went 3 rounds. I'll give it Russian Cream this. You got heart. You got heart. If you want to do anything to Rolly, kick the fat heifer in her stomachs. Speaking of her stomachs, whoever did her body looks terrible. Because when I saw her with her stomach hanging, her stomach was hanging over them pants. Her back fat was hanging out. I was like, for you to get a BBL, you still look horrible. Like, how the fuck you get a BBL and you still fucking fat? How do you get a BBL and you still fat? Like, for the life of me, I don't get that. You got a BBL and you still fat as a house. Whoever did her BBL, she should go ask for a refund. Because you need a refund. Because they fucked your body all the way up, ma'am. Ain't no way. Ain't no way that I would like your body, ma'am. But yeah, they went 3 rounds. Rolly definitely tore her ass up. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Rolly tore the girl up. She tore up. I felt so bad for Russian Cream a little bit. Not really, because I feel like Russian Cream also too. She's been itching for a fight with people because her and that whole thing with her and Kay Rican, It didn't make sense to me then, and it still don't make sense to me now. So yeah, whatever. Moving on, you guys. Moving on. So after that, I don't know what happened. Oh, they got back. They went back to go to the house, right? And so people are talking to Choco Brown about where she gonna sleep. And I was like, why does that matter to y'all? So there's only one spare, I guess, enough space for her in Diamond's room, but Diamond don't want to share with her, right? So then when they get to the house, Dolly took her messy ass into Diamond's room with Choco, right? So when what's her name? Dolly was gonna walk by, Diamond punched her in the fucking face. I was like, Diamond, when you punched her in the face, you should have just kept punching the heifer. You should have just kept punching the fuck out of her. Like, just pound, 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 bam, 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 bam. Like, don't let up. But somehow, security got him. Security got in between them because at one point, all you see is, you just see somebody, you see Dolly just punching down, right? Granted, I don't know if she was hitting, I don't know if she was hitting Diamond, but you did hear Diamond screaming like she got her finger in my eye. Y'all are weird. Y'all are so weird. Cole Killer had her toe up her cooch. Now this heifer got her finger in her eye. This is why I don't understand why these girls do this show, because y'all gonna have some issues with y'all's bodies in about 5 more years. Like, y'all are gonna have big issues. So then after that, they broke it up, and Diamond slapped the shit out of Choco Brown. And when I saw Choco Brown's eye, I was like, oh shit, she hit her hard, because you could see her eye was black up under here, and then it was swollen shut. I really felt bad for Choco Brown. Like, I was like, nah, she didn't deserve that. So then Diamond and Dolly fought again. And so after that, Diamond and Choco Brown, they went a few rounds. For somebody whose eye is swollen shut, she was still beating the shit out of Diamond. She was working Diamond. And Diamond says that she felt like she was being set up. I saw people online saying that they don't see a setup. Y'all, I can see a setup. Let's just be real. You don't have to like Diamond to not realize how would you feel if somebody you not cool with comes into your room with somebody that you don't know, trying to be messy. You would definitely think it's on some let's fuck with her type of shit, right? You would really think that. So let's not be facetious, you guys. You can see, I could definitely see how Diamond would get that they were trying to set her up, even though she don't know Choco. She ain't got no issue with Choco, but I definitely see it. And if you guys don't, then hey, you guys don't. But whatever. What the hell ever. And that's really it, because after that, they got ready to go out to the club, right? So they went out to the club, and they had a good time with each other, right? Rolly is messy because Diamond did her song with her that her and Tinka got, right? And she was like, Diamond and Cole Killer got the same song. So they were supposed to be playing Cole Killer song, I guess, but they didn't play her song because she said, that's not my song. That's not my song. So she didn't do anything, right? But they had a good time at the bar, at the club. I didn't realize that was Kay Rican that was on the bar dancing with the man and hitting the splits until she was in her interview talking about it. I was like, oh, that was you. Okay. What I will say is there was a great turnout for them at the club. I'll give them that. I will give them that. So then we see as they left the club. The next morning, all hell is about to break loose because LCK and Tavi, whatever her name is, they getting into it with each other because of the whole Cole Killer situation. And Elsie ain't got her wig on. Elsie, ma'am, please either put your wig back on or comb this. Cause whatever, I'm looking at the top of her hair, right? And the hair that's right up here. So mind you, she got her cornrows going back, but up here she got some hair out. I was like, what the fuck is this? So her and Tavi are going back and forth, and she keeps screaming at the top of her lungs, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. So Tavi told her, don't. Oh shit, this shit had me laughing. So Tavi was telling her, don't get in my face, I'm gonna knock you out, or some shit like that, right? So Elsie got on her face and Tavi punched her. Y'all know LCK. LCK don't want to do nothing but bear hug helpers, right? So Elsie trying to get around. I was like, girl, what are you gonna do? She is punching you. She punched you in your face. So she ain't finna do nothing, right? So then Tavi left the room and she went down to the kitchen where Cole Killer was, right? So she's telling Cole Killer what happened. I don't know what the fuck happened with her and Cole Killer because next thing you see, these two going back and forth with each other, right? But meanwhile, back upstairs with LCK, so Scotty and the producers and the cameramen are in the room with her, right? Speaking of the camera, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the review, did y'all notice that they threw food on the camera equipment? Because one of the cameras was covered in whatever that food was. It was covered in it. And I know that shit cost a lot of money. But so back to this shit. So Scotty is talking to LCK, right? Just trying to figure out, like, hey babe, what's going on, right? LCK said, why are y'all in here? Get out. And Scotty was like, you know what? Fine. Fuck it. I ain't even gotta be in here no ways. Bitch, I hollered. Y'all, this episode was stupid as hell. I can't say nothing else but this episode was stupid. And I cracked up laughing at it because it was just that damn dumb to me. But yeah, you guys, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys later. There is a bug that flew in my apartment with me the other night, and it's been in here, and it's about to expire pretty soon. But I'll see you guys later.